All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're playing more. Ace Combat 6. We're grinding out the multiplayer as we've been doing. That seems a little loud. Just keeping her going. Simply keeping her going. Sorry, I'm tweeting. I had a scheduled tweet that I had to attach a link to after the fact because Twitter is finicky with stuff like that. Anyway, it's time. It's time. We fly plane, grind achievements, get her done. Hold on. I'm a little disorganized right now. I'm juggling a lot this morning. If you could believe that. Oh, this is awkward. It's right behind me. My Ace Combat 6 disc was not in the Xbox because it's right here. My bad. Get that bad boy in there. Forget that I just had to like redo my whole office for the new carpet. Okay. That should load up in a second. I think. Does it auto open games? I don't know. I don't really use this thing anymore. Ahem. This time? Maybe this time. Chole, you lied to me. I did no such thing. Hold on. Why are you not reading? This here is an authentic Ace Combat 6 European copy. See, I can hear like my disk drive isn't spinning up.
There he is, our big shot, Yellow Colteen.
Colteen. Oh, Yellow. He talks funny anyway, so I thought that was hello, not yellow. Thank you for the 2DS. Hello. It's a hard secret to keep, you know. I might restart my Xbox, maybe? In a second here. Giving it one more shot. But then I'll just reset it, I guess. I'm not hearing that disk drive spin up. Give him the old restart. There we go. Hope for the best. Did you get the glasses? We didn't get glasses. Did they give you glasses? No, no one got glasses to my knowledge, but I did get the glasses case and like rag and everything, yeah. Look. Here, let me. Look. They're in there. My glasses are in there. I've been using this since I got back. Yeah. The zipper got jammed. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's just a case. Yeah, it's a case for glasses. Hold on. I have. This is what we got. Thought it was filled. And we got like a whole backpack, a whole Wings of Thieves backpack. This is what was filled, if that was the impression. It really like was just the glasses and the rags, other than Also got a ton of patches, like actual patches, like to stitch on, sew onto stuff, however that works. I haven't opened this little thing up yet because I don't know what I'm putting these on, but it's got like the Wings of Thief insignia on it. I think there's just a Project Aces one in there, it looks like. I'm assuming other insignias from the game that I didn't see from the looks of it. Just a whole lot of stuff in the bag. The bag is what was filled, not the glasses case. The glasses case was just a case for your glasses. Well, my Xbox is just coming back on now. And it's still not reading my disc. Chat, we may have an issue. Why is my disk drive not spinning up? Oh no. Come on, man. Read the disc. Work with me here. Oh, I hear it. It's reading. It's reading. It's reading. It's reading. I hear it. There we go. Okay. Chat, we're in business. Was the Twisted Game disc reset, apparently. We're back in business. Are you a Bamco partner or an Ace Combat partner? I'm a Bandai Namco creator. The Ace Combat thing is separate. The Flight Club, thank you, is a whole other thing that I'm not in. Although as of this morning, I am. Like literally as of like 2 hours ago, I am a Bandai Namco creator. I was not at the time of the event. I was not when my video went public, but now I am. There was a lot of weirdness with that, okay? There was a lot. I mean, the TLDR on it was that I applied to be a Bandai Namco creator like last year when they opened up the program, because it's a pretty recent thing. Got declined because the stated reason, at least, was they were looking for more creators who like only made content about Bandai Namco published games. They weren't really looking for people who, like me, like I might do a lot of Bandai Namco stuff, but then I'll also go do a lot of Capcom stuff. Like that's not what they were looking for. That's what they told me. But what's that? The rep that I had who like, what's it? He was the one that I worked with directly for like getting to the event, everything for the event. He helped me with making my video. And by that, I mean, he helped answer every question that I had about like, am I allowed to say this or am I not allowed to say this? He like a couple days ago was like, hey, yeah, if you want to stay in contact, the best way is just to join our creator program, because I'm very active in that. And I was like, oh, well, this is awkward. Because, you know, I got declined for that. But he went and found my... What's that? Rip? Oh, my bad. Sorry, James, you're missing out on the siege battle action. I know it's your favorite. Yeah, he went and found my old application, like, in the system, and just pushed it through this morning. He was like, yeah, I got this, don't worry. He just went in manually and pushed it through. So I'm in it now, as of like 2 hours ago. I'm in it. It's weird. He didn't even comment on like them saying that they weren't looking for people who created content on other games. He didn't say anything about it. I was kind of expecting him to be like, oh, that's weird, but I'll go push it through, but he just didn't even mention it. So I don't know what the deal is exactly with that, but I'm in. Officially. Oh, that was a bad shot.
Special weapons running low.
Yeah, see that? Now that I can talk about it, in Ace Combat 8, those little micro adjustments and stuff are not that smooth. It's actually hard to make those quick little adjustments while aiming something like this. Like, if there is an EML plane, or I guess, like, Pixie's plane is there, right? For the Premium Battle Pass. Woo! Premium Battle Pass. Sorry. Pixie's plane is there, right? Like, I would assume that all of the laser weapons are going to be worse in Ace Combat 8 purely by virtue of they're going to be hard to aim. How's the stalling in Ace Combat 8? I only stalled a couple times, but from what I could tell, it seems like it's plane dependent, just like it was in 7. It doesn't seem like it's really changed from 7. Where if you're flying like a MiG-31, you're gonna drop like a brick. But if you're flying like an F-22, you're gonna be able to do a little more while stalling. It seems like it's plane dependent again. Oh my god, the flak here, I forget. Ugh. How is that a miss? I know that the hitbox on this thing is fucking massive. Don't tell me that was a miss. Does it recover like 3 or 7? Look, man, I'll be real. Not to blow smoke up my own ass, but I don't stall that often. So I couldn't tell you. Like I said, I only had it happen a couple times, but it seemed like it was like 7. I have pictures from the event too. I forgot. I should have waited. You know, James could have been here for the siege battle action, and I could have shown pictures from the event. Some of the pictures are not mine. Some people like got pictures of stuff that I forgot to, or like in one case, someone got a picture of something that's just way better than mine, so I stole it. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I can show stuff from the event now. It was a really good time. They put on like an awesome event. I feel like from what I hear, usually these events aren't like run very well. But they put on an amazing event, which I told like everyone, every staff member that I spoke to there, I was like, holy shit, this is great. You guys did great. I felt like I was sucking everyone's dick at the event because of it, but it was really good. Obo Slow Games, or whatever his name is, made a very funny video with jabs at the battle pass. Yes, Obo is great. He was probably who I hung out with most at the event itself. Like Ace Combat Fan is who I hung out with the most outside of the event, and we hung out a good bit at the event too. But Obo was probably who I was hanging around with like most of that day. I would say I was with him the most. He sat next to me while capturing footage. I was sitting next to Obo, like through all of the footage capture portion of the day, which was most of it. It was like a 6-hour session of capturing footage. Because what scares me most is the battle pass. Yeah, we didn't hear about any of that there. That was a big jump scare for me the other day while I was working on this big video about how great the game is. That was like a flashbang for me of, oh, what the fuck is this, Bamco? I hope they make some adjustments to the monetization model. Any details? We did not get a single detail about multiplayer, no. We didn't see or get told anything. You guys know as much about the multiplayer as the rest of us do. We got no extra info on it. It was purely a single player thing. You know how many missions there are? I could not get a single damn staff member to tell me. No. This is a funny thing. People at the event thought this was funny. And to clarify, the staff thought this was funny too. They knew that I was kind of taking the piss with this and present. I think they were doing it all through a config. I saw a couple other creators. Like I saw some staff members stop by their rigs and open up like config files to mess with stuff, and I think that might be what they were messing with. We buffering? Oh shit. Great. Sorry, how many missions? Stream messing up? We missed that? The graphics menu was locked off. We couldn't even access it. That was, most of the menus were. Most of the menus were just straight up inaccessible. And that was part of it. You guys played on PCs, yes. Like very high-end PCs too. They were running like 5080s. I have the full specs in my video for like a few seconds. I threw up what's it? What I got sent when I asked over email what we were on. Because I couldn't get an answer while we were there, but I did get an answer over email. So. Sorry, the missions. I was trying to ask to be like, okay, did we play like half of the campaign? Did we play like a third of the campaign? You know, how much did we see?
You're leaving combat airspace. Turn back immediately. Shut down.
Hello? Chaddington City? Hello? Oh boy. Okay, well, here's the thing. The internet is back. Hold on, I'll run one extra test to be sure. It seems like my laptop is like stabilizing. But the internet seems to be back. That was just like a crazy thing where my internet pretty much hit 0. And now it seems to be back to normal. Though my laptop is struggling a bit. I could try the emergency maneuver, but it's risky. It's always a risky move. Let me give it another minute and see. At least you can hear me. That's a good start. Okay. It's looking good. It's looking good. Currently. Oh, never mind. Yeah, there it goes. Yikes. Ouch. What do you guys think? It's like a 50-50 if it's gonna kill the stream or not. The emergency maneuver, I mean. What do you think? Here, let me set up a new lobby and stuff and just assume we're back to normal. And if the maneuver is required, we'll do it. How we looking, boys? Is it worth the risk? That's kind of the question. It's kind of the question. Fair amount of lag, but your audio's fine. That's good. Seems aight now. What about pictures? You're so right. I do have pictures. I am a bad picture taker. I've mentioned this before. I am so not the type of person who is literally anywhere ever in life and thinks to take out a camera to take a picture. Like, it is something that I'm terrible at. But I got some. Okay? I did. So this was the briefing room we were in when we first arrived. We got brought straight into here. Ignore the guys sitting in front of me. I don't know who they are, unfortunately. I think they were press. Most people at this event were actually press. Like, journalists for IGN, GameSpot, Game Rant, etc. Most people at the event were press. It was way more press than creators. But, like, I think I have an enhanced image. Oh, I don't have it loaded onto my computer. I do. You could see these were, like, cycling through these targets. And they were all, like, everyone at the event. Like, my name came up. Over here, I believe, yeah, Obo's name came up. It's so blurry, blown up like this. But yeah, I'm Target Mike, apparently. That was me. I got a picture of my recording station while I was there. Oh my god, it's so zoomed in. This actually I pretty much took for false. Sorry, I'm just looking at at the lobby real quick. This I took for false because they had little Elgatos set up on iPads, and I would just like hit the recording button on this iPad and like it would start, and I was like, that's so fucking cool. I got to get me one of these. It was super dark in there. There were no windows. We were in like a giant warehouse. And there were no windows. I joked with Obo that it kind of felt like I was in a casino because they just sat us down and they were like, yes, just play the game. And there were no windows. We were there all day. So there was no sense of like the passage of time. They just kept sitting us down at these computers. They were like, play the game. Just play. Just fly plane. And don't worry about it. Just keep flying. Now, most of the pictures that I took were actually from something that is not like public, although I feel like they might be doing something with it. I'm not sure. During our dinner, because they did cater the event, they gave us dinner in this warehouse. They had it set up where there was a competition just between those of us who were there who were willing to go up and compete, where we all ran mission 4, which was like the most basic mission we were allowed to capture, to compete for the high scores. And they had us playing in like rounds. This just opened in the wrong there. Hold on. This was my battle station for the competition. This was actually my score. The resolution on my phone is not good enough to where you can really read it, but this was my run after I played it. Did ACF win? Well, we'll come back to that. Not many people played in this, but you can see, like, this is another battle station here. This chair here is actually because the dinner tables were all literally like right here, and they had this giant ass screen. These two dudes were commentating the whole thing, which me and Ace Combat Fan were kind of joking about, like, how do you commentate people running single player missions in Ace Combat? It's like, oh, he's taking a big turn. They actually did a great job, but at first we were like, oh my god, I do not wish to be this guy. But they had us going in rounds of 4 where they had like all of our displays up. It was super cool. It was a lot of fun during dinner. This was my round that I played. This was the scoreboard after. Actually, Dave from CNET was still playing here. He was still doing his run, but the rest of us had finished. CNET is an outlet. It's a... He was one of the journalists who was there. If you zoom in, despite the low resolution, you can see Ace Combat Fan and I actually played in the same round. And everyone at this event who had never played an Ace Combat game, which was most people at this event, believe it or not, came over to Ace Combat Fan and I after this round as we were just hanging out talking, like standing around. And they were like, dude, that was insane. I didn't even know that was like possible to do in this game. I've never seen anyone fly like that. And they were like shaking our hands. They were like, bro, that was crazy. That was the most insane thing I've ever seen. This I took a picture of, not just because it was funny, mostly because it was funny, actually. Funny in the sense of they put my fucking dumbass profile picture up there, because of course they did. But particularly funny because this was my score from the run. And you might notice here that everything seems pretty normal, right? And we're like, yeah, that was an S rank. Here's the score and everything. But if you enhance, you might notice that my time says 1 minute and 4 seconds. This was an error on production side, and I had to snap a picture of it fast, which is why the picture's kind of shit. I was trying to get it before they took it down. This was an error. It was a 10-minute run, but we wanted everyone to know, we being Ace Combat Fan, Obo, and I, we were all dying over this. I officially have the world record on Mission 4 of Ace Combat 8. It will not be beaten. 1 minute and 4 seconds. You can try. You will not beat it. I guarantee you that I have the world record speed run. It's here. It's documented. It was at their event. No foul play. 1 minute and 4 seconds. You saw it. You heard it here first. And then near the end, they had one more time block for it, like one more set to go, because the mission is like 20 minutes long on average, right? Does that even count? Absolutely. It's right there. It's official. They had one more time block where they didn't have enough players. They had to fill a couple slots, so they came over to Ace Combat Fan and I. Michael, who was the manager of this whole event, came over and was like, boys, none of these other people who haven't gone want to go. Most people don't want to go again. Will you two fly again just to fill out this block? And so after we had both gone and gotten, he got the top score of the night, I got the second top score. During the final round, Michael comes over. He's like, can you two please fly again? Because no one else wants to get up and fly in front of everyone else. So can you two just please go again? And we did. But then the funny production stuff continues. Again, this was no shade at all. Like, this event was awesome, but there were some funny production things with this competition near the end. After we flew again in the final round just to fill it out, which was also funny because the commentators were like, oh, the two legends from the previous round are coming back. They played it up a lot. This ended up being the final leaderboard for the whole competition. See, we both kind of went up there to fly again under the assumption that they would just take our better score and put it up there. No. The whole top 5 out of everyone who played through like the whole 2-hour time block of this thing ended up pretty much just being me and Ace Combat Fan. Because they did this. Also, Kai from WCCF Tech, another outlet that was there. He was a journalist as well. He got 5th. He actually got 3rd, to be clear. He got 3rd. There were other Ace Combat creators there, like Sly was there. Obo was there. Jesse Cox was there. Kai from WCCF Tech beat all of those guys, okay? I want you guys to know. Kai was kind of a menace, unexpectedly. I'm not gonna lie. He did a damn good job. I love this goofy stuff. This leaderboard killed me. We both had to get a picture of this. Because we did not think they would do this. And I was so damn close to his scores, I was pissed. They actually said this run was the second time I went as well. And they were saying, the commentators, that they thought I had the best run of the night because it was the fastest run of the night. I shit you not, this run was a legitimate like 6-minute completion. It was lightning fast. I was impressed with myself. And I blew up every single thing in the map. And I took 0 damage. And there is like a damage multiplier on your score in this game. And it was the fastest run of the night. Also, the only run out of the whole thing with 0% damage. It was the only no damage run in the whole competition. So they thought it was going to be the winner. It was still second to Ace Combat fans. I don't know what that man did to be able to beat that run, given that there's a time multiplier and a damage multiplier in this game on the scoring. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did. But this run, the commentators said it in my heart, this was the best run. Okay? And now this picture's not mine because I did take a picture of this. Buffering for me again, son of a bitch. It looks fine. It looks fine. Belkin Witchcraft. He did pull the Belkin Witchcraft. I don't know what the fuck he did. I took a picture of this on the way in. This was like literally right as we walked in. But Made Mint took a way better picture, so I got hers. I got hers from her. They had this as we walked into the whole place. Like, this was the room where the whole dinner thing just was. This was really cool. I regret not taking pictures with people because I found out after that Ace Combat fan took a picture with Kono in front of this, and I was like, that was such a genius idea. I should have done that. I didn't take pictures with anyone, which again is like, I never think to take out the camera and take pictures, which I should. Like, I really should. It was silly of me not to, because I met so many great people here. And there were some great... Oh, wow, Kono was there? Yes. Kono was there and, like, doing interviews. Like, we were able to speak to him. Yeah, he was there. Actually, he was the first... Like, he introduced us to everything. And the trailer that they just showed at State of Play... we saw that trailer there at the event last week. And Kono was the one who, like, in person introduced us all to that. Did you talk to him? I talked to him a bit. I didn't do a formal interview because he was so busy, like with actual outlets and stuff. He was pretty much blocked out, so I only got to speak to him for a couple minutes. But I did. That was where, mind you, I mentioned the other day, before I was able to say why I was in California, that Ace Combat fan whipped out Japanese and scared the shit out of me. It was when speaking to Kono. I was speaking to Kono. He came up and started speaking Japanese to Kono as well. And I had to do a fucking double take at him. Because his Japanese is better than mine, and I had no clue he spoke it. That was my jump scare. Learning that Ace Combat fan speaks, like, good Japanese. Saw the trailer early and acted like he didn't know it would be at State of Play. I saw the trailer early, but they wouldn't tell us where the trailer was going to air. Like, we didn't know when it was going to be public, but we did see it. So, like, for this last week, I've had to sit here with the knowledge of the release date, the fact that the AC0 thing was real. Like, I've had to know all these things. And not share any of that. And I said it in Discord this morning, in the general chat while talking a bit about everything. But the reason I did watch State of Play live, despite saying I wasn't going to, was because right after it started, I realized, oh shit, my video has a couple mentions of the October release date, and I don't know if that's going to be public, like public information by the time that my video goes up. So I had to watch to be like, is it going to show up at State of Play? And then as soon as it did, I felt like a wave of relief wash over me. I'm like, okay, I don't have to make last second changes to the video. We're good. We're good. What did Kono think of your Japanese? He said it was good. My Japanese is kind of broken. It doesn't help that I haven't studied it for a couple months now. And by a couple months, I mean like 3. So it's rustier than usual.
Operation Charlie complete.
He was very nice about it, but like I struggled a bit. Especially like, you know what I don't really know how to talk about in Japanese? Planes.
Operation Alpha complete.
Like that is just some vocab that I do not have.
Eliminated. Nice work.
And Kono doesn't speak English.
This is the last
He just does not speak English. He knows like very, very basic things, but he doesn't. And it was actually funny at the event. He pretty much had memorized like a couple sentences for when he greeted all of us right at the start, to be like, hello, welcome to the Ace Combat 8 First Look, or whatever they called the event. I don't remember. I think it was First Look that they called it.
missile missed.
And then after he ran through like the couple sentences he had memorized, he kind of paused for a few seconds, looked at the translator who went up with him, and then just started speaking to us in Japanese, and the translator took over.
Almost done here.
And it killed me. Because at first I'm like, oh, Kono speaks Japanese? I never knew. Or sorry, Kono speaks English? I never knew he spoke English. This is like,
Complete. All
I'm impressed. And then he just, as soon as he got past those couple greetings, he went straight into Japanese. And I was like, oh. He just learned like a little greeting. He does not speak English. Got it.
Alpha 1 engaged.
And I confirmed later, he does not speak
Forces
English.
are approaching the city. Intercept.
How will these pixels benefit you, my son? Will they make you happy? Yes. Kojima does that too. Yeah. It was like the Kojima thing where he memorizes some things to say like right at the start. And then once he's past that, just right into Japanese. Oh no, James, your stick drift looks monstrous today. That's wild. Where you so suddenly too? That stick drift. Oh no. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Anyway. Still haven't fixed it? Hey man, controllers are expensive these days. They're like $60, all right? Come on. But yeah, the event was great. The event was great. Jarbo, if you're still here, did you get an invite to the event and you just weren't able to make it? I don't know if he's still here. But I know Jarbo is a Bandai Namco creator. I was actually kind of surprised not to see him there. The stick just comes and goes. Yeah, understandable. Understandable. What was the food? The food was nothing crazy. I'll be real, like, the food that I ate at the hotel restaurant was better than the catered food. I won't lie. There's no shade to them, just whatever they got, it was good. It was like chicken, like I had some grilled chicken, some mashed potatoes. That was all like very solid, but it wasn't like they had crazy food. The best part, and I hate that I didn't get a picture of this because I don't think anyone I'm in contact with did either, at least to my knowledge. But the desserts at the event were all decorated like for Ace Combat 8. Like they had cupcakes with little like FA-18s stuck in the top of them. And they had like sugar cookies that What's it? I grabbed a sugar cookie that had Tasha's helmet on it, like decorated onto it. They had the helmets of all the squad members on the cookies. Those were great. I'm pissed that I did not take pictures of them because I just didn't think. And apparently no one else did either. That sounds cool. Yeah, the desserts were great. That was the best part. That's kind of fun. It was pretty fun. What platform and how was the performance? PC and a little iffy. I talked about it in the video. Actually, one of the battle stations that they had for that competition, this was funny. It was very laggy. That one specific PC, I don't know why, I didn't ask about it, but there was one PC there that I played on that was super laggy like the whole time. And it was the one that I played on the first round of the competition. And then for the second round, I got put on a different one. And Ace Combat Fan got put on the one that I was on the round before. And after, when we're talking, he comes up, he's like, was that PC like really laggy for you? And I just immediately laughed. I'm like, yes, it was laggy for me. So weirdly, there was one there that I think had lower specs, or maybe it was just struggling. I don't know. But there was one PC that he and I both played on for like one mission each that was really laggy. Like it dropped frames a lot. Was it native 4K? I don't know. Because honestly, it's hard to tell with how much visual noise was in the game. Like how much of it is the denoiser and how much of it is potential upscaling. Like, I don't know, because we weren't able to get into the settings, and I couldn't get an answer either on what settings we were playing on, not because they're hiding it, but the guy I'm in contact with at Bandai Namco genuinely doesn't know what settings they were on. So I couldn't tell you, but I assume with those rigs, they had them maxed out. Typical UE5 stuff? Yeah, unfortunately. Man, James, this stick drift is diabolical. It's crazy. Hard to notice it at that speed. Yeah. I don't know how much of it was the ray tracing denoiser and how much of it was upscaling. Like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you on the resolution. I know we recorded in 4K. Like everyone, the recording equipment that they provided was all set up ahead of time and set to 4K. It looked like 4K. But I don't know like super specific stuff on that. Stick drift is rough. I mean, it's fine. Game looks awesome. Yeah. I think if there is some way, like maybe if it was upscaling that was actually the culprit, then I could potentially end up getting the game looking cleaner like when it comes out in October. But if it is just a bad denoiser, then that's just how the game looks. But no, genuinely, that event was great. And like even all of the journalists there who are like probably still in LA, but most of them that I spoke to were like staying in LA for 2 weeks straight, doing all sorts of stuff. You know, with like Summer Games Fest and everything being there right now. Most of them that I spoke to said like this is one of the best events they've been to, period. Like apparently this was just a well above average event in terms of like how organized it was and the production of it and everything. It was just really well done. Yes, achievement. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I accidentally fucked up my spreadsheet. Hold on. Well, let me get a lobby open. Okay. Probably important to get a lobby open first. Achievement unlocked. That is one of the nice parts about playing on Xbox. I'll be real. Getting the classic, like, old achievement sound is nice. I have to say, it's pretty nice. Haven't heard that achievement sound in ages here. Hey. Are you in chat gonna do multiplayer shenanigans when 8 launches? Probably. 50 siege battles won, you guys. We're halfway through siege battle. Halfway. And in general for the game, the only ones left are the 100 wins for each mode. We're past halfway on each and every one of them. We just gotta keep her going. Also, I would like to say that something that was very funny was they had like a little pamphlet. I'm flying the Nosferatu without EML, for the record, for these two, before they catch it and go EML on me. They had like a little pamphlet, like a beginner's jump start for, you know, most people there had never played Ace Combat before. And I just want to say, that pamphlet said that the F-14D was the best air-to-air plane in the game. And I took their word for it, and I flew it on the air-to-air mission, like the one that's purely air-to-air. And then, after that, I flew the Su-33 on the same exact mission. The Su-33 blows the F-14D out of the water in Ace Combat 8. Even air-to-air, like, it clears it. Not even close. And I thought it was funny. I'm like, they are straight up misleading people. Because I get, like, if you're saying, like, yeah, the Tomcat, you know, that's the air-to-air plane. It's unbeatable. I get why they would say that. Because, like, it's the F-14. But, in terms of at least the game, like, as it actually played in-game, it was just not true. It was just straight up not true. All of those journalists who probably did fly it for that reason, I feel bad. Maybe it's better in novice mode. Maybe. The controls did default to like the standard non-expert controls. And let me tell you, the amount of times that day that I had to pause the game and go turn on expert controls. It was a lot. It was a lot of times that day that I had to go in manually and change my controls to what I'm used to. Although, I don't know if anyone even noticed, there's a little bit of funkiness in all my gameplay. For good reason. In the build that we played, I was able to change to expert controls and they were great. I loved the controls. However, they had the throttle and the yaw like in the newer setup, like that Ace Combat 7 uses. I think actually, oh shit, that everything since 6 uses, right? Where the triggers are your acceleration and brake and the bumpers are your yaw. I could not change it back to the old setup that I play on, where I use the bumpers to accelerate and decelerate, and I use the triggers for yaw, and I'm so used to that. I've played like legitimately 1,000 hours of Ace Combat on that control setup and developed deep muscle memory, and I couldn't change it in the build that we played. I hope to God that it's just because they haven't put it in yet.
We have radar lock on.
Seriously. Because, Jesus, it was messing with me the whole day. My muscle memory was fucked up. The classic way. Yeah, I play on the classic setup. For, like, both. I was gonna say for yaw and stuff, but you know what I mean. I play on the old setup of the bumpers. Hold on, is this? It's false. Sorry. Not as in like, oh, it's false, but I'm waiting for Ace Combat Fan to send me a picture that I forgot to ask him for until a few hours ago. But you know, he's a commercial pilot, so takes a bit for him to see updates on his Discord.
Missile evaded.
One of the funniest things that I forgot to mention was as we were leaving, as we were walking out, ACF and I, we looked over at like the little side room that the initial briefing was in when we first got there, and I shit you not, we don't know why, but he took a picture of it up on the huge like briefing screen that I showed in one of my pictures. They had Ace Combat X running. It was just like straight up, they had plugged in something that was running Ace Combat X and put it on the big screen in there. And we don't know why, but we both like looked over as we were walking out and we were like, who the fuck is playing ACX on the big screen? And we were joking because that was the interview room for the afternoon as well, like after the briefing. I started joking. I'm like, bro, Kono, at the end of the day, he had nothing else going on, right?
Watch out, the enemy has a
He had nothing else going on. He said, all right, now's the time. There's a big screen in here. Put up Ace Combat X. I want to play Ace Combat X.
missile was evaded.
I was shit posting so hard about like Kono, you know, he got through all his interviews and stuff and he was just like, okay, put ACX on the big screen for me. Let me chill out for a bit. But it was so random. He took a picture of it. It was so weird that we just caught that on the way out.
Careful now, they're tracking you on radar.
Most sensational Ace Combat news only on Chole streams. It was a... Okay. It was a wild event, man. It was really great. And like all the journalists loved it.
Alpha 1.
But I was telling False like the day of, there were a couple of press guys who I met who were awesome and I don't even know who they are. Because I swear to you, like when creators meet each other at events like this, right? It's like immediately, hey, I'm so-and-so, you know, shake hand, right? The press guys just kind of go around and like talk to you about random stuff and never introduce themselves. So like I had one guy after the competition, he was with some outlet. Was Skill Up there? Skill Up's name was on the board, but Ralph was not there, and I wouldn't know what like his other employees look like. So I don't know if someone else was there on his behalf, but Ralph was not there, though I did see his name up on the board at one point. So he might, like, there might be some Ace Combat coverage on that channel soon. Or maybe he was invited and just couldn't make it. Yeah, Austin or Stu, one of them may have been there, but I wouldn't know what they look like. So I couldn't tell you for sure. I couldn't remember their names. But Ralph was not there.
Careful now, they're tracking you on radar. Shut down.
What was I talking about before that? Oh yeah, the one press guy came up and was like shaking my hand. He was like, Cole, right? Like you're the Cole that just played
The enemy.
like in the competition in front of everyone in dinner, right? And he was complimenting me a lot. He was like, bro, that was insane. I've never seen anything like that. And then he was talking to me about like, oh yeah, I just started playing AC7 to like prepare for this and I got super into it. Like I love it. And he was asking me like, do you play on a flight stick? Like, do you know, like, do you recommend a flight stick to pick up or anything? And I was like, I play on controller, man. I couldn't tell you. He was like, bro, I just got into like racing games recently and got a wheel. So like now I'm really looking into getting a flight stick for some Ace Combat. And he was awesome. I have no idea who he was. He never introduced himself, never like told me his name. I don't even know what like outlet he worked for. I have no idea who that guy was. He was great. He was super friendly. We had some fun talks about Ace Combat stuff. He seemed super enthusiastic about like getting into the games for the first time. I have no clue who he was. Like after the fact, couldn't tell you who that was, couldn't get in contact with him again. But he was a really cool guy. And I had a lot of interactions like that at the event where I'm like, I talked to people who I had some really great interactions with. like good conversation, and then I have no idea who they are. No clue who they are. Sad as fuck because he forgot to tell you his name. Bro, that guy is watching. You can reach out. He seemed so chill. He seemed so genuinely into the games and everything. Like, if he could reach out.
Shut down.
I started on Ace Combat 6 and I've never seen this. This is the multiplayer.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Good ass video earlier. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff like that. A lot of funny interactions like that. My favorite one, well, not my favorite one. The biggest, like, holy shit moment for me out of the whole thing in terms of, like, who I met was, if anyone knows who Wildcat is, you know, the Vanoss guy, also big on, like, Call of Duty stuff. He was there. And I met him after the competition too, because he was also like amazed by me and Ace Combat Fan playing each other in that round. He came up and like met us, shook our hands. And that was wild to me. I'm like, bro, I watched this guy when I was like 13 years old on YouTube. Stuff like that was just crazy. Like people who were there who I was like, bro, what am I doing here? What the fuck is happening? What does Wildcat know about Ace Combat? I think he was pretty new to it as well. I don't think he had really played before that event. But he also seemed fairly into it from what little I spoke to him there.
Alpha 1, ECM pod activated.
I used to love those old Vanoss Gmod videos. Yes, exactly. Like, and he's huge. Bro, Wildcat is such a big guy. He's super tall. He's like me, where he's got like that really wide, like natural caveman build, like super broad shoulders and everything. The guy's fucking huge in person. It's actually crazy. He's massive. That was a wild interaction. He towered over me. He's got to be like at least 6'4". And just like really big, even aside from his height. Like he's just a super like big dude. It was crazy. He's huge. Cause like I'm not short either. And I was just like, oh my God, you're massive. Ace Combat is not niche anymore. There were other big creators. There were people who I never would have thought that I would meet there. Like there were a couple of big VTubers there. Who one of them I knew the name of because False had shown me stuff of hers before. And the other, I met her at the event. She was super nice. I had no idea, like I had never seen or heard her name before, really. At least I thought, sorry. I had. False had shown me her before as well, but I just didn't put it together while I was at the event. It was after when I was talking to False that she was like, oh yeah, she's that one. And I was like, oh. There were just so many people there who I never would have thought would be at an event like this. This was the first behind closed door showcase you were invited to? Yes. I met so many people. I was networking all over the place. You're lying, Cole. All VTubers are secretly 40-year-old men. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, you got me. My bad. But no, there were so many people there. I'm trying to think. Wildcat. Bricky was there, but Bricky had to leave early, so I didn't get to meet him. Bricky had to leave like in the middle of while we were still capturing footage. And most of like the socializing and networking part was during dinner after the capture session. So I didn't get to meet Bricky because he had to dip early. But he was there.
Shut down.
I'm kind of pissed that I didn't get to meet him, but it's whatever.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you.
Love Bricky. I like Bricky too. I watched a lot of his stuff when I was getting into 40K.
Enemy kill confirmed.
Let's go. They just invited everyone. There were a ton of people there who, a lot of them didn't upload this morning. I'm not sure if like some of them just aren't planning videos like from this event, or maybe like they just don't have stuff ready in time for embargo lift today. I don't know. Ricky was sent that care package thing with the jacket. Yeah, okay, I'm kind of pissed. Bandai Namco, I didn't get a jacket. Bricky got a jacket. I didn't get a jacket. Where's my jacket? Come on, man. That Sam Ekholm guy? No. There were some people there who I didn't know Sly was there until this morning. I had no idea. There were people at that event who I went the whole day and like this whole last week not even knowing that they were there. Like people that I would know, like Sly. I had no clue Sly was there until this morning when he uploaded. Not a clue.
Missile evaded.
Meeting someone like Kono is a once-in-a-lifetime event. Yeah. Meeting Kono was great. Meeting Kono was one of the highlights, even though I only got to talk to him for like 3-4 minutes probably. That was like one of the highlights of the whole thing. Getting to whip out my Nihongo and everything, you know? I Nihongo Josu'd all over him. I did. With plenty of etos for good measure. Unk didn't think to take a quick picture. I know, man. Sounded like such a blast. It was funny. I joked with Ace Combat Fan when we got back to the hotel after, because they had us all in the same hotel. It was just easier for them organizing it, right? I joked with him like getting on the elevator at the hotel. I was like, "All right, well, I'll see you in 10 years." Next Ace Combat event. And he looks me dead in the eye. He's like, no, breakfast tomorrow. I'm like, I don't know, man. My flight's at 11. You know, we're like 40 minutes from the airport about. Like, I gotta be out of here nice and early. He's like 7 a.m. Breakfast. Like, okay. And that's when we took the picture. For the picture that he posted on Twitter. Obo joined us for breakfast that morning too. So that picture on Twitter that jump scared everyone last week, it was also a jump scare for me at like 7 a.m. in the morning. He was like, let's get a picture outside of the hotel. Okay.
Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you.
But the breakfast thing was funny as fuck to me. I was just trying to be like, all right, well, I'll see you in a decade about. I was like, no. 7 a.m. in the morning. Mind you, it's like 9 p.m. when he's saying this to me. He's like, 10 hours from now, meet me back here. Just couldn't say no to that. Bro, I was in like literally what I threw on out of my suitcase, like to go through the airport, like comfort over style clothing. I didn't have like my hair done, nothing. And he was like, let's take a picture outside the hotel. Then we took it. He's like, hey, you mind if I post this? I'm like, okay, sure, man. Post it. Go for it. Your hair looks better down. It's okay. Yeah. He also told me not to manifest another 10-year gap until the next game. He also made sure to be like, hey, don't say that. Don't say 10 years. It's like, okay, my bad. My bad. I won't speak it into existence. You're right. Valid. But yeah, we are, I feel at least, like it's not official. And like we get along great. Right? But I do kind of feel like he and I are like unspoken rivals after that event. You know, we were the two who were like neck and neck in the competition. I kind of feel it. I kind of feel it. I was just behind him for first place in that competition. You guys wait until October. I'm gonna have to try to get him on. I don't know if he has an Xbox. I know Obo said he might join us for Ace Combat 6. One of these streams. He was like, bro, honestly, I might hop on and help out with that a bit just because, like, no one plays Ace Combat 6 multiplayer. That sounds like fun. I might see if ACF has, like, a working Xbox with Xbox Live still sitting around. See if I can't get him on for one. You guys feel like I sweat? Bro, if I got him in here, it would be just like 99% humidity in the room. I swear to God. Because I would get sweatier in his presence. He just flies like that all the time. I feel like he's not even really trying to, but that's just kind of how he flies. It was wild. I'll see if I can get him in here, because that would be fun. I probably need to message Obo ahead of time too, instead of just sitting here and thinking he might show up. I maybe should have thought of that today, but we'll see. I thought I was your rival. Hey, man. After that event, play Zero from AC0 on loop during the matchup. That would actually be funny as fuck. This bitch. I got him in time. Unreal. Unreal.
Shut down.
Gonna do some joint AC8 content. Maybe for his channel. Like, obviously for, like, if I were doing, like, a video or something, that wouldn't really fit for me. But for a stream, I guess I might. I don't know. Also, I don't know if my camera just shook everywhere. I just banged my table kind of hard with my chair.
Keep an eye on your 6 o'clock.
Oh, you bitch. That was my kill. Like, it was literally right there. This guy sounds like a menace. He's great. I mean, I'm great, of course. Naturally.
Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you.
He's actually, he's not really that much better than me, now that I think about it. You know, not really.
Enemy at 6 o'clock.
Oh, I thought I was gonna get shoot indicator there. Fuck. Ace Combat 8 seems really good. The single player absolutely is. Like, the multiplayer stuff has me very skeptical, especially monetization wise, more than anything. That I don't know about, but the single player is great.
Missile was evaded.
Did anyone else mention Ghost Rex? I was on the fence about mentioning it. Or a Ghost Cope, if you would. If you would prefer.
All aircraft return to base.
I was on the fence about bringing it up in the video because it seemed like so significant that I was like, do I want to reveal this before they do officially? But I clarified with my rep. I made sure, I'm like, I can mention this, right? Does the shoot indicator make a return? Yes, but it's not like Ace Combat 6. But the shoot indicator is there. I don't think it gives any sort of increased tracking. I think it is just to gauge like a good shot, like a clean shot. You'll see it pop up, but I don't think it behaves like this at all. Folks did mention cope. Okay. Because I know I watched ACF's video. I watched Obo's video. I was going to watch more later. And I was kind of like, did anyone else mention this? I know I talked to ACF and Obo about it at the event. Or actually, this was at breakfast the next morning. I was like, I don't know if we should talk about it because it seems so significant and they haven't made this public yet. But I clarified with my rep. He said like, yeah, you're totally good to talk about that. I said, okay. So like that shot in the new trailer of him where he's like standing in the dark, he's dead at that point. Like I can tell you, I've seen everything in the game of him alive. He's dead in that shot. That's like his ghost slash consciousness in that shot. For the record. So we're all on the same page. That shot of him standing menacingly in the dark, he's dead. I did not see that shot. Like that's beyond the first few missions we got to see. But he's dead. The ghost of Ace Combat passed. Guessing you played Ace Combat 8? Yes. Today is the first day we're allowed to talk about it. So it's kind of been the main topic. What the fuck is the shoot indicator? If you line up like a perfect shot in this game and you shoot while you have the little thing at the bottom that says shoot. What's it? It will give you increased missile tracking. When was the whole trip? Last week. When I was gone last week, that's where I was. We have a wing to thieve. Am I the only one that got those vibes? No. No, it's very Johnny Silverhand from Cyberpunk. Yes. And like we all were kind of joking about that. He is pretty much like the Johnny Silverhand of Ace Combat 8. Legitimately. I kind of laughed when you mentioned that in the video. It's actually really good. Like, genuinely, that was the most interesting part of the entire story to me from what we played.
You're leaving combat airspace. Turn back immediately.
The Mission 4 map is the same island from the start of AC4. Is it? I only question that because I feel like ACF would have caught that immediately. And he didn't mention that. He did mention that it's Toronto, which it absolutely is after he showed me the airport and stuff. Like, when he first said it, I'm like, really? But then he literally on his phone at breakfast was like, yeah, look at this and look at this. And I'm like, oh my God, that is Mission 4. It's the exact same island. Weird. I guess he didn't nail that down while we were there because he 100% would have said it. Bro, I shit you not. When I showed you, what's it? When I showed you that little briefing room, like where our names were popping up in my pictures earlier, as soon as we sit down there, because I was riding on the bus with him there, or the shuttle with him there, talking to him the whole way. We sit down there next to each other. He sees that map of Strange Reel up on the board, like behind everything else, immediately pulls out his phone and starts taking notes. And I'm like, oh my God. This guy's got me beat. This guy knows way more and is going to pick out way more details than I am today. Like, holy fuck. He did mention that somewhere? Oh, I guess I just didn't catch it. He didn't mention it in person. So it might be something that he only put together like after the event. Dude's a pro. I mean, I was taking notes on my phone the whole time too. But like, he literally just saw a big map of Strange Reel on the board behind everything else, started jotting things down immediately. Like he fucking saw the code and just put together immediately a whole bunch of stuff that he had to write down. And he was taking pictures for it and everything. It was wild. It made me laugh. And sitting next to him when they showed us the Ace Combat Zero thing was also very funny. He and I both just laughed out loud. Like, because we had obviously both seen the leak, but we were both skeptical. We had actually talked about it on the shuttle there. We were talking about how we were both kind of skeptical if it was real or not, and how we both doubted that it was real. And then at the end of them showing us the State of Play trailer that you guys saw a couple days ago, okay, so when you guys saw it, they had like the game trailer and then Kono talking for a few minutes and then the Ace Combat Zero thing. And Kono like set up the Ace Combat Zero thing when he talked. For us, it wasn't like that. It was literally like the trailer played and then just on the end of it, they played like the little guitar riff and pixie thing. And honestly, I think it's way better than what they showed at State of Play. I'll be totally real. I think that would have been the way to go. But when that happened, he and I both, like sitting next to each other, laughed out loud in a room of people who have mostly not played a single Ace Combat game in their life. So like the people around us kind of looked at us and were like, what the fuck? But it was so funny. Like we both just immediately... Oh, that's how it is on the YouTube trailer. Okay, that's how we saw it then. I didn't go and watch like the individual upload. I only saw it at State of Play the other day. But yeah, that's how it was for us without the Kono bit. Kono spoke to us before the trailer about the game and then showed it to us. So they cut that bit out for us. Is a State of Play exclusive. Yeah. Was still cinema though. I think it's better the other way. I'm glad that they uploaded it like that. This guy actually playing the game? Yes. But sorry, we'll see you around, Andres. Have a good rest of your day. Xbox is a paid actor. Did you get to meet Kono? Yeah, I spoke to him for a few minutes, but he was pretty busy with interviews throughout the whole thing. I didn't bring anything for him to sign. I'm kind of pissed. Like, Obo was so many steps ahead of me, bringing like some Ace Combat stuff to get signed by Kono in case he was there. We didn't know he was going to be there. He was a surprise when we got there. We were not told ahead of time he would be there. But, what's that? Still, I'm like kind of pissed that Obo brought stuff and got like a whole bunch of Ace Combat stuff signed by him. And I came away with it with, yeah, I got to talk to him for a few minutes. Should have let him sign your underwear. Something tells me he would not have been about that one. He was a very nice guy. He was. But I don't know if he would have signed my boxers, I'll be real. I have seen the deluxe edition trailer, yeah. That we did not see at the event. We didn't see or get told or anything, any multiplayer stuff. Because a lot of people keep asking in like the comments on the video if I have any like extra details about multiplayer. But it was a strictly single player preview. So that was all news to me too. And honestly, with like the monetization stuff, what was a jump scare with me being on the tail end of making a video about how much I love the game from what I played. Getting that jump scare of like, oh yeah, you need to buy the premium battle pass to get Pixie's plane was like, what? Uh-oh. But the single player, at least, I can stand by will be great on its own. The multiplayer is very up in the air right now, from what we've seen, in my opinion. Multiplayer seems iffy at best, currently, but the single player was great. Should have asked him to make you a paper airplane. Yeah, the Ace Combat X thing was great. Just randomly walking by that room and seeing that someone, for some reason, had ACX running on the big screen, like while we were all eating dinner, was hilarious. I'm waiting on the picture from ACF. I hope I get it in the next hour and a half. Because then I could throw it up real quick, but I didn't take a picture because he took it, and I was like, yeah, you send that to me, and then I forgot to ask for it. Signed paper airplane from the Ace Combat guy would go hard as fuck, though. It would, bro. It would not have survived the trip back. Casually flying a commercial liner right now. Yeah, he's flying his Boeing. I did mention the other day, I talked a lot to him about just like his job because I was so curious about it. You'd have to put it in a glass case. Yeah. ACX planes and 8 confirmed. No, it was so random. I told it earlier, but literally like on the way out after the end of everything, there was this little side room that did have big screens set up for stuff earlier in the day that wasn't being used for like the last 2 hours of the event. And I think that's where Kona was hanging out for the last couple hours. I don't know that for certain, but it wasn't a building with too many rooms. And I know where Kona wasn't, so I think he was in that room. And as we walked out, the door to it was open. And, what's that? They had ACX on the big screen. Like, not like footage of it. Like, literally, the game was being played on that big screen by someone at the event. Some staff member. Or developer, I don't know which. Without leaking just a little bit. Bro, I'm not dropping names, but I'm kind of impressed with myself because the amount of people who broke NDA and accidentally leaked stuff and everything, like did things even today that they weren't supposed to, there was so much of that. There were so many people who were, granted, I'm going to assume not doing it on purpose. But there were so many people breaking the agreement and the guidelines and the NDA and like, oh my God. Whereas I, like every step of the way for the last week straight, I've been like, oh my God, am I allowed to do this? Am I allowed to say this? Can I, like everything. If it wasn't explicitly outlined, I was asking my rep at Bandai Namco. And then a bunch of other people were just like, bleh. Sly, it's Sly. Look, Sly, maybe. I'm not naming names. Some people may have tweeted things about the event days ago. I'm not naming names, but things happen, and it's okay. Some people just did not fully follow things. Some people broke NDA before the event even happened. Like, there were people who I knew would be at the event ahead of time because they broke the NDA before we even went out there for the event. Also, what the fuck happened with the false thing? Wait a minute. I only just saw it. Did it just fully bug out? Well, let me try to manually trigger it to make sure it's not broken, because what the fuck? I only just saw that. Wait a minute. Hello? Oh my God. She broken. I don't know. I don't know. It's okay. You scammed me. Yeah. I'll give you a free one whenever I fix it. A dude scheduled a live before Bamco's announcement. Yeah, there were a lot of NDA breaks over the last week. There were a ton. I will be real. I saw most of them. And every time I was like, bro, what is happening? False, actually, I was texting her about it a bit, and she was like, the people at Bandai Namco who are managing this must be so stressed right now with the amount of like little leaks that are popping up everywhere. There were so many little things that I don't think people fully put together ahead of time for the most part, but there were so many little leaks ahead of time. They don't get paid enough. It was a lot. It really was. Chole and Oboe are the only ones safe. Hey, even the Ace Combat fan may have had a little whoopsie. It's true. It's true. Can you leak if there are planes in the game? I can confirm there are planes. No one at the event would tell me how many planes, though. That was one of the things that I kept trying to get an answer on from the staff and the developers, and no one would tell me. Because there were things like that they were like, we can't tell you. We're not allowed. You're not allowed to know that. Like, how many missions are in the campaign? Couldn't get an answer. How many planes exactly are in the full game? Couldn't get an answer. And I was asking, like, every staff member and developer I could come across. I was asking these things. Hoping that one of them would just slip and, like, blurt it out, right? More than 30, according to Taiwanese press. More than 30 we got confirmed at the event. But the number, we don't know. They did tell us more than 30, but they wouldn't tell us more than that. Imagine you getting one to slip up. There was one guy, Bandai Namco, I think he mostly works in like the influencer marketing side of Bandai Namco, if I remember what he said correctly. Like he's one of the guys who just works directly with the influencers, right? Handles all of us. His name was Patrick. He was fantastic. I think he's newer from what he told me. Like he's a newer employee. He was great. He was amazing. But I asked him in particular probably like 4 times throughout the day. I'm like, okay, so like for real, how many missions are in this campaign? And he just would not tell me. He just would not. I couldn't get him to break, man. I tried. I really did. How many planes did you get to fly? 11. I flew 11 planes. I flew every single one in the demo. Or in the build that we had. Patrick is going to complain about you the next time he has family dinner. No, Patrick was great. He's, I believe, a newer employee at Bandai Namco. Works just generally in the influencer side in Bandai Namco America on like all their games, right? But he said that he is such a big Ace Combat fan that he like weaseled his way into the event. Right? He just had to get in, and he managed to, which I already thought was great. And we talked a lot about Ace Combat. His favorite Ace Combat, I don't remember. I think we talked about it. He said demo, not demo. I meant build. It's not going to be a public demo, but what's it? His favorite plane is the A-10. I can absolutely tell you, Patrick, Bandai Namco, influencer side, loves the A-10. Always flies the A-10, always trying to convince everyone else to fly the A-10. He was hilarious. He was very fun. I talked a lot with Patrick. I sat with him at dinner in particular. I talked to him during the capture a bit when I was taking breaks. Because I'll be real, probably not their fault. I think this was the venue's fault. the chairs that we were in were fucking terrible. Like, I shit you not, I would sit there and play one mission, and by the end of a single mission, my ass would hurt. Like, I would have to stand up. The chairs were so bad. So I was taking a good number of breaks throughout the capture. And I was talking to Patrick in most of them. And then I talked with him a lot during dinner. We sat together during the dinner and spoke Ace Combat a lot. I feel so bad. I was writing down all of the employees, the staff's name, like the developer's name, everyone, and like what their job is, what their role is, so that I wouldn't forget anyone. I spoke to one of the producers of the game who was super nice. She was so nice. I forgot to write down her name, and sure as shit, I forgot her name. I could not tell you her name. But I spoke to her. She was so nice. Like, we talked about Ace Combat. It was great. Could not tell you her name. I'm so sorry. If she ever hears this, I will definitely find her name in the credits and be able to know who it was. But right now, off the top of my head, I got no clue.
Enemy down. Shot down.
Fuck's sake. Why didn't you tell him to get an Ace Combat 6? I should have.
Alpha 1.
I should have.
The enemy.
So what planes were available to use at the event? I could pull up my footage. I still have it. Like all my raw footage. I don't think that I could sit here on stream and just like play the raw footage for you guys. I did email my rep to ask if I could, but I haven't gotten a response yet. This was like this morning I asked him if I could, and I don't know. But I could definitely pull up the... What's it? I could definitely pull up the hangar and show you all the planes that were available in the build we played. It was a good mix. It was a good mix. I flew everything once that was in the build. Typhoon was there. F-14 was there. The F4 is there. The F4 is in the game not as a DLC plane, which made me very happy. The F4 confirmed is in the game. Although it's kind of funny because like the Super Hornet is your starter plane in this game. Like it is the one that you get right on mission 1. But what's funny is that the F4 you then have to purchase and choose to use in a later mission over even like something like the FA-18. Right? So I don't think many people will be flying the F4 outside of like for the hell of it, but it's there. You can get it like right when the aircraft tree opens up, which I think it opened up after like mission 2 or 3. I think it was more like 3. What are the last jets? The tree they had locked off. Like we could see the tree, we could use the earlier ends of the aircraft tree, but they removed like pretty much more than half of the aircraft tree. We couldn't even see it. I was snooping. I was looking for all these little details where I could, and that got cut out. It's for the fans. Yeah, it's for people like me who miss the F4 being the starter plane and who were upset that it just wasn't in AC7 until it was a DLC. That is like, for people like me, that's the only reason the F4 is in this game. I swear to God. Oh, sorry, it's just the Hornet, not the Super Hornet. That is correct. My bad, my bad. It's not the FA-18, it's the F-18. This is true.
Target hit.
Was the pre-order bonus plane not DLC? Oh. I still don't like that, but slightly better, ever so slightly. It was DLC for me. I had to pay like $3 or some shit to get it.
Shut down.
Son of a bitch.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Nope, that's a stall. I did not have speed to be doing that. James, dodge! For the love of God! Oh, God damn it. You got the points.
Careful now, they're tracking you on radar.
Did you tell anyone how much you love to join Assault? No. But I did tell Patrick that I thought Assault Horizon was pretty fun. And he told me, shh, 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 shh.
Engage complete. All aircraft return
He
to
told me
base.
to not let the developers hear that.
Alpha 1,
Like, I'm so serious when I tell you that Patrick, who was there just from Bandai Namco America, kind of dealing with us, making sure everything was okay with us, he was hilarious. He's such an Ace Combat guy. I was like, you know, I thought Assault Horizon was a pretty good time. And he was just like, don't say that. Don't say that. I'm trying to remember what the other thing was. Oh, the other thing like that was, what's it? ACF and Obo and I were all joking the whole day about, like, don't talk about Infinity. Don't talk about the Infinity revival. Don't tell them that we know. Are the devs ashamed of it? No, I think he was joking more like, don't let them hear that you thought it was fun because they might do it again. I think is why he was joking like that. Which I thought was hilarious. I thought that was funny as fuck. He was just like, do not let the devs hear you say that. Are you sure BR5? Yes. It's got to be at least one Project Ace's staff member playing the Infinity Revival. I bet you there's more than one. I bet you there's more than one. I should have told Kono... fuck. I should have told Kono that I loved Assault Horizon and just seen his reaction. If I ever get to see him at another event like this, I'm going to have to say that just to see what he says in response. EML? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. What was funny is that a lot of the staff, like from Bandai Namco America, because they were all pretty much there on like the influencer relations side, like just the people who like invited us to the event and who were mostly hosting the event was from Bandai Namco, right? Like the publisher side. Because it was mostly the influencer relation guys who were there, they all know about these streams. And I got multiple comments about like how they couldn't believe that I was doing this and that I was actually making such headway on it.
Combat airspace. Turn back immediately.
I got a lot of comments about it at the event.
Missile was evaded.
You can imagine if I went to an Armored Core event. I already did that on Armored Core. Mobile games and all. You could imagine. That would require them to make an Armored Core game.
We have radar lock on.
And invite me. That would be pretty cool. Same company.
Missile evaded.
Maybe there's a chance.
Launch 2.
That's sweet. Oh my god, I can also finally say a couple of the other things that I've been waiting to say like all week. I've almost blurted these things out a couple times. Everyone at the event read my name as Cole. Like, pronounced it Cole. Like, I've mentioned before that a lot of people in comments and stuff seem to just read it as like Cole with a silent H in it. That is how every single person at the event addressed me. Like, just by my first name, which felt weird. Except one. Yes, except one of the commentators for the event. When I sat down, he was reading, he's like, we have Ace Combat Fan. We have Chloe. Cole. The guy next to him, I think, corrected it. Because after a second, he was like, Cole? My bad. I got Chloe'd by the commentator during the competition. But that was the only time. Everyone else said my name is Cole. Not once was I called Chole that day. Cole, all day. And I was like, yep. It's the Pokemon thing, where everyone just reads my name differently than like how I thought people would read it. And I'm just gonna get stuck with it. Like at a certain point, everyone's just gonna be like, yeah, that's Cole. Which works, because it's my first name anyway, but like, it felt weird to have a bunch of people who I've never met just come up and shake my hand and be like, oh, Cole. And I'm like, yes. Like all in the span of so few hours. It was wild. Got Chloe'd live in front of your peers. Yeah. Yeah, that ruined my chance at becoming the next Sykkuno. I'll tell you what. Getting Chloe'd in front of all the VTubers at the event. Really put a damper in my efforts there.
Target hit.
Bro, not the Sykkuno. False and I joked about it the whole time that I was out there. I was like, I just have to find the VTubers wherever they are. Become the next Sykkuno.
Warning, incoming missile.
Like every time I travel out of state, I got a VTuber lined up.
Missile missed.
Although everyone at the event was big, I legit was like one of the smallest people at the event. I thought I was the smallest the whole time. I learned literally this morning as videos went up that I wasn't the smallest at the event, but I felt like I was the smallest at the event. At least until the end. Like the competition was suddenly like, oh, okay. That made an impression on people. But
Radar lock.
Ace Combat fandom Discord is blowing up.
You're leaving
I could see that.
combat airspace. Turn back immediately.
Yeah, that would kind of make sense. Fuck, James. Who was the smallest? There was a guy there who, I didn't meet him. I don't even recall seeing him, but he uploaded this morning. He had 700 subscribers. And he must have been there with like an outlet or something, I would have to imagine. No, Sly is not the smallest who was there.
Warning, incoming missile.
Although, is his channel smaller than mine? Probably, since you said that. I would have thought Sly was like the same, if not a little bigger. Like right around the same, I would have thought. Yeesh. That's the guy I shared? Yeah. Yeah. Fuck! Damn it, I thought I had that.
Warning, incoming missile.
Oh, Sly has like 5K? Okay, Okay, Sly. I thought Sly was more. See, I think I had that idea because when I first interacted with Sly, I had like maybe 6 or 7K at the time. So that's probably why in my head we were about the same. Because my brain doesn't process my own growth. I constantly feel like I have like less than 10K subs.
Missile missed. Warning, incoming missile.
Six or 7, don't even. Fuck's sake. This guy.
Warning, incoming missile.
He's trolling me. He's fucking with me. Everyone knows him from the wiki unless I could see that. I know him from his YouTube channel. But I could see that. Oh my god. Bro, that was like 7 minutes of effort trying to get up his ass for it. Jesus.
Leaving combat airspace. Turn back immediately. Warning, incoming missile.
Locked onto Valentine. I didn't know you were behind me. Oh my god. You had to have gotten in. Yeah, I saw his channel and I was texting False about it before the embargo lifted. I suspect he is with some outlet and that's why he was there. He could not be. I don't know. But definitely, I was like, what? Was there a guy named Matthew?
Missile missed.
I don't think so. If there was, I didn't see or talk to him or anything. No, I don't think so. Although, I wouldn't know. I didn't talk to everyone there. So, you know who actually I forgot to mention earlier for like big people that I met there? I can't believe I forgot this one now that I've reminded myself of it. But, you guys want to know who I met? Half of my chat is going to be like, okay, and half of my chat's going to be like, what the fuck? You guys want to know who I met? Who I shook hands with and everything? I'm pausing for dramatic effect, of course. Him. Yang Ya was there. I met Yang Ya there. Many know him from YouTube. I know him as the English voice of Kiryu from the Yakuza games. In the newer games. What the hell? He was there. I got to meet him, and that was fun. That was great. Like, just knowing that you're shaking hands with the English voice of Kiryu is crazy.
All aircraft return to base.
That was awesome. Kiryu was there. Yep.
Alpha 1,
I met
engage the
Kiryu
enemy.
at the event. Did you tell him you hate his work? No. Because I love his work. His work is fantastic. That was a battle royale, right? Was he wearing the Kiryu fit? He was not. He was not wearing the Kiryu fit. Should have asked if he subbed the Dragon of Dojima, or the Swinger of Dojima. I should have. That would have been funny. Ask him to subscribe to my shitpost Yakuza YouTube channel. That would have been pretty good. He wears it a lot. He was not wearing it there. Ooh. I need to stop hitting my desk with my arm, the arm of my chair. Could this mean he's a voice actor on 8? No, he was there as a YouTuber. I don't think he voiced anything in Ace Combat. Essence of dog fighting. Yeah, that was a very funny interaction. Actually, I found out he was there because when we sat down in that room, I showed the picture earlier of like our names coming through on the board. I saw his name pop up and I was like, there's no fucking way. And I look over my shoulder and he's like maybe 5 chairs over. And I knew that I had to meet him in that moment. I knew that that was like one of my missions for the day, was to talk to him at least a little bit. Because that was so funny. I couldn't believe it. Still mainly a news coverage YouTuber? Yeah. Yeah. Met every hero he had in one event. Yeah, meeting the voice of Kiryu was absolutely unexpected. Did he upload this morning? I didn't see anything from him. Did he upload about Ace Combat today? No, he didn't. Yangya. Yangya. Come on, man. He's talking about Destiny 3. I'm gonna sit one out? Okay. How short is he? I wouldn't say he's super short. He's shorter than me, but not like by a ton. Did you actually talk to Sly? No. I said earlier in the stream, I had no idea Sly was there until this morning.
I'm about to send you an objective point on radar.
I had no fucking clue he was there
Exactly what we plan to do.
until
All
today
planes
when he
in
uploaded
sub-attack
his video.
formation. Fire. Enemy kill confirmed.
I would have spoken to Sly if I had known, but I didn't see his name, like, on the thing, and I didn't run into him, and I guess he didn't compete in, like, the thing at the end of the day, because I definitely would have seen his name there. He kept a pretty low profile, weirdly. Like, I genuinely did not know he was there until today. I had no clue. I would have spoken to him. You are 3.5 inches taller than him? That sounds about right. I would have guessed he's about 5'6"-ish.
All special weapons used. Lock on.
Young, yeah, that is not Sly. I didn't speak to Sly. I had no idea he was there. I would have. And I would have talked to him about Joint Assault. Because I know he loves Ace Combat, Joint Assault. I would have loved to talk to him about Joint Assault. I know it's his favorite game.
Box 2.
And that he was very happy that I enjoyed the game as well. Big YouTuber with 20 viewer Ace Combat 6 streams. I don't know what you're talking about. 3.5 is a lot. 3.5 inches is a lot. Okay, to be fair, 3.5 inches is pretty fucking big.
Strike confirmed.
That's no small difference. You're not wrong. I don't disagree. That is quite large, if I do say so myself. Massive, even.
Lock on. Box 2.
There goes the Eternal Suffering. Pretty good today. Pretty good Ace Combat grind today.
Missile was evaded.
we got the Siege Battle 50 achievement. So that's a big step. Getting any of the 50 achievements. It was the last 50 we had left. Uh-oh. I wish that I could fucking high G in this plane without dying for it. I hate high G in the Nosferatu in this game. There was a tournament at the end? Yeah. And I would have won, too, if it wasn't for that fucking Ace Combat fan. God damn it. Oh. I don't know if they're going to publish anything from that. I don't think they are, but, like, they had guys commentating on it. They had pretty good production value on it. I feel like they might be publishing it somewhere, somehow, at some point. I don't know. I really don't. I think that they were hoping for more, maybe, like, big name creators to sign up for it, but a lot of them didn't want to play in front of everyone. Understand, most of them had never played Ace Combat before that literal day. So I think they were hoping that, like, more of the really big creators who were there would compete. Did you come in second? Yeah, I did. I actually technically came in third and fourth because ACF and I both got to do 2 runs because of a production hiccup. And instead of just taking our better run for the leaderboard, they put both of our runs up separately. So the top 5 leaderboard, I can pull the picture back up after this. The top 5 leaderboard at the end of the whole thing was numbers 1 and 2 were both Ace Combat fan. Numbers 3 and 4 were both me. And then I think 5th was Kai from WCCF Tech. But like out of the top 5, 4 of those 5 spots were just me and Ace Combat fan, the way that they ended up doing it. Which was unfortunate, because like a lot of those people hadn't played Ace Combat before, so we kind of just stole the whole leaderboard because of that. I felt a little bad about that, but it was funny. I took a picture of it because it was funny. But I did feel a little bad. Did feel a little bad. I think it's interesting that, like, I'm still just sitting here. I'm like, how did I miss Sly? Like, how did I just not know? And he can't have competed in the event. Because I didn't know Jesse Cox was there until the competition. And I found out he was there when he went up. I think he was like the first round he played in it. And I was like, oh my God, Jesse is here. Officially the second best Ace Combat player. Yeah, well, James's stick drift is really brutal today. Intermittent, but awfully brutal. So I can at least, here, I'll pull up the leaderboard picture for those that missed it, because it is very funny. Sly and Falcon was part of a different event. That's why. I was like, I didn't know that either of them were there. That would be why. This was the leaderboard at the end of the competition that they held during dinner. This was how the standings ended up looking after all of it. It was honestly pretty unfortunate that they did this. I don't know why they did this, but it seemingly was just a for fun thing for those of us who were there. I don't think they're publishing it anywhere, so you know, it's whatever, but I did feel kind of bad, because like some people who had never played Ace Combat before did perform really well and could have gotten up there, but you know, unfortunate.
ESM is active.
Mogged everyone else by 2k plus points. Yeah, even like Kai did great, but he wasn't even close to ACF and I. Got second twice, I know. The devs and the other folks were pretty impressed by their flying. That happened at my event too, since apparently there were multiple that I now know of. That happened at our event too. Obo and I sat in like the back of the room where the devs were hanging out. Like literally, as I was playing the game, I had my headphones on. And I could hear the developers talking behind us at times. Because we were literally right in front of them. And one of the developers, like not one of the Bandai Namco people, but one of the developers who was talking to me during my break was like, the way you fly is crazy. You're like a real ace. Because again, most people at this event have never played Ace Combat before. Like most people in the room are on novice controls, right? Like the simplified controls. And then I'm over here doing all my bullshit that I do when I play AC. All of my crazy, never letting go of the afterburners, doing extra loop-de-loops just for the style points. You know, the usual. If you've been in these streams a good bit before, you know what I mean. So one of the developers, who did speak English, pretty good English, was like, you're like a real ace. They were literally just standing behind us watching. And I could feel their eyes burning into the back of my head. And I could hear them talking about me sometimes too, which was funny. Real ace never lets off the throttle. This is what happens when you invite a maniac who's 100%ed like 2/3 of the series. Yeah.
ESM is active.
I would be hyped to hear. It was. Like, it was great, but it was funny. Kono had this jacket that was so cool, and I bet you they're gonna sell the jacket later. Because the jacket that Kono was wearing was fucking awesome. I remember Cole going under the first low bridge.
ESM is active.
Just like this. Like this, yes. The black and white ones are dev only. It wasn't a black and white one. They already sold the jacket? You're lying. Did I miss it? Not this. If it's what I'm seeing on Reddit right now, it's not this. Not this jacket. It was a pre-order item and the pre-order stopped on March 1st, this guy said. It's not this. Not the black jacket. They were selling all black ones in Japan. Not that jacket. He had a different one on. Do you have a picture? Well, I was just about to pull over. I found this picture of Kono and Shimamoto wearing the jacket that I'm thinking of. This jacket. This is different from the one they sold, from what I was just looking at. Kono had this jacket on, the black and white one. These are dev jackets, aren't they? I see the Project Aces now. I didn't catch that while I was there. And I remember seeing it and being like, that's so clean, bro. That looks so good. The aura from that picture. Yeah, he was wearing that jacket, and I see the Project Aces on the back now. That's a dev jacket. Fuck. Fuck. Because I saw him wearing that, and then they had devs handing out that bag that I showed earlier as we left. ACF and I almost missed our bags, by the way, because we literally were the last 2 people to walk out of that building. We were there the entire fucking time. We were the last people to leave at the end of the night. And they basically had to force us out. Like, we were talking with staff still. And another staff member came over and was like, you guys, just so you know, this is the last shuttle back to the hotel. Because it was already like 30 minutes after the event was supposed to end. They were like, you guys, if you miss this one, you're going to have to find your own way back to the hotel. And we were like, okay, fine. And we almost missed the jacket because we walked right by the table. One of the developers ran over and handed us our bags. All right, I said jacket. We almost missed our bags. I did not get a jacket, unfortunately. That's where this thought came up. I thought they were gonna, like, I thought I was gonna open it and have a jacket inside. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, no jacket. But I got a cool glasses case, so. Oh my God. Wait, hold on. Let me set up a lobby. Not at the event, separate from the event. I got more goodies from the team before the event, like when they first invited me. Hold on. And they've been sitting next to me for like more than a month at this point. Hold on. Check this shit out, right? On my little side table. Yes, I have 3 tables in the new office, I know. This is a battle royale. Or sorry, no, this is a team battle for anyone who's trying to join. Oh, the music's gone. I got this in the mail. It's just a notebook, but it's an Ace Combat 8 notebook with a little thing on the inside from Kono and Shimamoto. And like on the pages, it's even got the little Wings of Thief thing in the corners. Pretty sweet notebook. I'm never gonna write in this. Like, I shit you not, I'm never writing in this ever. But along with this, Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thief pen. You see? Little twist action pen right there. I have Ace Combat pen. I want you to know. I also got a little like lanyard thing that I put on my car keys. Those are downstairs, so I can't show it right now. But I do have a little like Ace Combat 8 lanyard that my car keys hang on now. So I got plenty of goodies from them. They were just showering us in little like branded whatevers the whole time. Jealous? I know. The pen in particular, right? I mean, come on. Ace Combat pen. Sorry, wrong side. Ace Combat pen. And I'm sorry, but it does say in very fine print on the back, you guys, not for sale. So, apologies. Prized possession. It will be a tragic day when the Ace Combat 8 pen runs out of ink, let me tell you. It will be. It will be. Can we see the glasses case? Yeah, I've actually been using it. I talked about it yesterday out loud. I was like, you guys, I got a fancy new glasses case that I've been using. Got rid of my old shitty one. They buttered you up good, you fool. It's okay, I still called out the optimization issues. It's fine. They can't stop me. Never write with it. But then, I don't know. The pen, I feel like I want to use. The notebook, genuinely, I feel like if I write in it, I'm gonna ruin it. Right? But the pen, I feel like I can use. They could bribe you fully with a jacket, true. I would tell everyone to buy the premium Ace Pass every season if they sent me one of those dev jackets. Kono? So we're on the same page, big guy? You send me one of those jackets, I'll get everyone to buy the Ace Pass. Premium Ace Pass is coming out the ass, I'm telling you. You get me one of those dev jackets? I'm just saying. I wear a large. Men's large. Thank you. Thank you.
Warning, incoming missile.
When you shill 5 times, you become an ace. It's true. That's how that works. Everyone will buy the ace pass. Everyone in this chat right now will buy a premium ace pass, at least one. Men's American large. Yes, also true. Also true. Men's American large. Yes. I think this is why the recommended specs aren't posted yet. Probably. The event was fun. It was a lot of fun. I didn't ask Kono what his favorite plane is, and I regret that. I would have asked him what his favorite game is, too. I don't know if he would have answered that. If I had more time to actually interview him. I had interview questions, but I couldn't get a slot. And I had good questions, too, but I couldn't get a slot. Not that I had brought good equipment for it anyway. I would have been writing down his answers, but whatever. You saw him playing it? Bro, if his favorite was Ace Combat X, that would actually be incredible. Because I don't think Kono even worked on X, did he? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I know it was Access, but it might be one of those things where, like, Kono still played some role. But at that time, he wasn't brand director, I don't think. So, hard to say. Yeah, he could have been a producer, but he wasn't that high up at the time. So I wouldn't necessarily bet on it. Because I was going to say, like, think like Kojima still worked as a producer and oversaw a lot of stuff on, like, Metal Gear Acid, right? Like, Kojima still oversaw that. Metal Gear Ghost Battle. Like, even though those weren't main Konami games, Kojima still had a role in them. Use your footage in a gameplay trailer or something? I doubt it. We fly a little too fast. I don't think we have good, like, trailer shots, you know? I realized that trying to get clips of the land battleship for my video. I'm like, bro, I'm fucking blowing past this thing every time I go near it. Like, full speed ahead, just drop a bomb. Like, I'm barely even getting any shots here where you can clearly see the thing for more than, like, a second. And I had, like, 4 playthroughs of that mission recorded on my card. I had so few clear shots of the land battleship in my footage, it was crazy. It's just, it's the way I am when I play these. It's a menace. I'm a menace. Words. I'm a menace. I'm it. The land battleship is fucking cool, though. I don't know if anyone mentioned this in their videos. I didn't mention it in mine because it kind of didn't matter. But, the land battleship mission actually was not finished. Like, when we played it, there was an abrupt cutoff at the end of it where there's still more to that mission that we didn't get to see. And they straight up told us, they were like, yeah, it's because the mission isn't finished yet. That was the only mission in the game that we played that was like that. Like, that it was still a work in progress. Everything else we played was, like, done and polished up and everything already. But the land battleship mission was incomplete. It was still, there was some stuff they had to work on. So there are some phases near the end of that mission that when the full game comes out, like, I still won't have seen those. even though I battled the land battleship like 5 times in one day. There's still stuff that's going to be near the end of that mission that I haven't seen. Kona was involved alongside other devs, but I see no references. Okay. Can't spoil the ace squad that will join. Man, I wish. Do you know how far into the game the land battleship is? The mission that we recorded fighting it was mission 9. We know the mission numbers of what we played. So yes, I know that mission is mission 9. I wonder how old the build you played is. I couldn't get an answer on that, but I'm assuming it was like 2 months or so old. 9? Like a good German girl, yeah. We played the first 5 missions of the campaign. And then we played mission 9, which was the land battleship. And we played mission 11, which was the flying fortress armada way up in the clouds. Can you speak about the first 5? Can't I speak about the first 5? I can speak about them. Mission 5, I am not allowed to... let me go double check, actually. At the very least, I know I'm not allowed to discuss the story of Mission 5. That much I know for sure. I don't know if I'm allowed to discuss any details about Mission 5, though. That's why I'm double checking. Oh. I'm glad I double checked. Content referencing Mission 5 is restricted. I cannot talk about Mission 5. I can talk about 1 through 4. I was like, I know at least I can't mention the story stuff. I cannot talk about Mission 5. One through 4 are fair game, though. I think it's Mission 3 that has one of the coolest parts of the game. Yeah, at least from like just a little like presentation thing. If you don't want to hear anything that we weren't allowed to show and whatnot, then go ahead and mute me for a second. But Noise, the squad mate, is like a huge music guy. Like he's super into bands and stuff. He's a huge musician himself. And on, I believe, Mission 3, the music in the mission is actually just entirely him playing music over the radio. Like he's just got like his own playlist running throughout the mission. That's actually super cool.
Stage complete. All aircraft return to base.
I don't know if I want to say more than that, but like contextually in universe for the whole mission, it's him playing like his playlist over the radio. And trust me, when the game comes out and you play Mission 3, I think a lot of people will really like that one. That was one of the better missions we played in general, and we weren't allowed to capture it, which was super unfortunate, because that was a good one. Missions 1 and 2, I'll be real, I hardly remember them. I remember them being like super straightforward, like, I mean, you guys, if you've played Ace Combat, you pretty much know what Mission 1 was. Like, yeah. It's a tradition. It's a tradition. Mission 2, I honestly barely remember. Like, I remember the setting of it. Like, I can tell you, like, I'm not... No more details, because we weren't allowed to capture it, so I'll at least leave some surprises. But, like, I can remember like time of day, weather, stuff like that. I can picture it in my head, but I barely remember what it played like. Plus mission 2, when we played the first 5 missions like in a row, that was the very start of our hands-on, so I was still like more focused on core gameplay stuff and just getting the vibe for it and everything at that point. I hardly remember mission 2. You know what? It's tornado time. Oh my god, maybe it's not. This thing has awful, awful special weapons. Maybe not. Unless Valentine wants to join me, I'll hold off. Did she just break again? Okay, something's broken with that. I need to figure out what. It's hard to remember any mission 2 in the series. Yeah. Oh, he's joining me. Let's go. I mean, I guess the ECMP is probably the best out of what we've got. At least it works. If you would guess from the vibe of the campaign, how long do you think it would be? I really can't say. Like, not in the sense that I literally can't, but there were some funny things with missions 9 and 11 where the dialogue and stuff was all left in for us, despite the fact that we didn't get to play the missions in between. So like some of the dialogue spoiled some things that we didn't see in the game, which was kind of funny. And I won't share out loud because like even just from their perspective and from mine as a fan, like I don't want to, you know, give every little detail away that I saw and ruin everything. I want to leave some surprises. But genuinely, like from the mission and the general vibe of both of those missions, or did I say the mission? From the dialogue and general vibe of those two, I really couldn't tell you how long the campaign seems to be. And again, no one at the event would answer me on that. I could not get an answer to how many missions are in the campaign or like how many hours should you expect it to take or anything like that. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be around 20-ish, give or take, just because that's about as long as the last couple. But I really have no clue, to be honest. Tornado lobby. This is maybe, I don't know. It's not the worst. I was gonna say this is maybe the worst plane in the game, but it's not. The F-117 is. This is close. This is maybe the second worst plane in AC6. Motherfucker, come here.
Missile missed.
I don't want to hear such slander. Bro, it's fucking dog shit in AC6. I don't know what they did to it. It's actually sad.
We have radar lock on.
Oh my god, we're all up here. Encounter any Easter eggs? No. Nothing crazy. No, that's not true. The beer in one guy's hand in one of the cutscenes was called Kimona. That made me laugh. I wish I could have recorded that, because I got, like, they have this funny thing in the first-person cutscenes where you can, like, press a button to zoom and enhance. And so I kept like zooming in on the Kimona beer the whole conversation. Oh, it was already in a trailer. Damn it. I hadn't been aware of it pre-trailer. It was new to me. I kept zooming in on it.
Missile missed.
Pomona beer was good. That was like the only Easter egg type thing I caught. I mean, aside from like, what's it? Like the general resource crates popping up, but that was already known too. I will say, to set a more reasonable expectation, because I think that that's healthy, at least from what we played, none of the corporations from AC3 played any significant role in the story. Just to set like a good, healthy expectation, I will say none of them were, at least from what we saw, like meaningfully involved in anything. Although, you know, that could be later in the game stuff. Yeah, exactly. But from what we saw, I would not go in with that expectation, personally. Fuck! Damn it! Fuck. Shit. I need this. Bro, James is right up my ass. He's literally like bumping my tail. Where the fuck is he going?
Missile missed. We have radar lock on.
Into the flak. Who saw that coming? Bro, these fucking tornadoes, I tell ya.
Enemy aircraft.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Gonna be agonizing, but surely you'll reach joint assault at that point. I think so too. Or you guys think it's agonizing for you? I played it, I loved it, and now I have to wait until October. You think it's agonizing for you? They gave me a taste and left me hanging out to dry. And they didn't even give me like a little taste. They gave me like a one-day binge. And they're just like, yeah, you're on your own. You're doing the stupid early access thing. I know, I hate it. I was literally just talking about how sick of it I am.
Let's evade in.
We didn't even get a sniff. Yeah, but like, you know that thing, like when a new game comes out and you play a bunch of it and then like you have to go back to work the next day or whatever, and the whole day at work you're just thinking about how much you want to play it. I'm gonna have that for like the next 4 months. And that's kind of how it feels. It's like when you go back to work after the weekend and you're still just thinking about playing it all the time. I'm in that state with Ace Combat 8.
Box 2.
Me with Infinity now? Yeah. I got that going. Can you tell us how you felt when you received the invitation email? I thought it was fake. I thought it was like a phishing scam at first. I didn't believe it was real. I thought it was someone just trying to like get my login info. Trying to get me to like click on the link to fill out all my information for the travel and everything. I was like, I'm not stupid. I'm not clicking that. Which might sound crazy, but like if you saw my business email, you'd understand.
Lock on.
Like legitimately, when you have your business email attached to your YouTube account, 99% of the emails you get are like phishing scams.
Missile missed.
They're all like people pretending to be a certain company, and then you look at their email address and it's like
Incoming missile.
random Russian name at hotmail.com.
Missile evaded. Stage complete. All aircraft.
I'm micro and mine is full of them too. Yeah. You get so many.
Engage the enemy.
It's kind of ridiculous. Like, yeah, I have one from this morning even. I have two from this morning actually. Like pretending to be a company that you'll have heard of. And it's just some random guy trying to fish your login info for your YouTube account. Elden Ring 2? What? That was a battle royale. Okay. Well, if we learned anything here today, boys, it's that I'm the greatest tornado pilot this world has ever seen. If you take nothing away from this stream, please at least remember that. No one beats me in a tornado. I was trying to switch it to 4. I'm struggling. Honestly, I don't care about GTA 6 anymore. I mean, I haven't been shy about the fact that I have legitimately felt very little enthusiasm about GTA 6 ever since it first got announced. And it's like, it's not even that the trailers are bad. It's just I haven't felt anything watching them. Like, they haven't excited me. How far are we into the hundo? This is probably the last match just because of the timing, so at least let me wait until after this one to update. Val tries to be sneaky when you're already in a dogfight. I don't know what you're talking about. There is no third partying in Ace Combat 6. What are you talking about? Trailer 3 shoe shop gameplay. Shoe shop gameplay. Shoe shop. Sure. There's no swooping in for the scraps. None of that. Motherfuckers are gonna gobble it up on release. I think part of like what makes me not excited is that it's releasing only on console at first. Like that certainly doesn't help at all. I'll be so real. That kills a lot of my excitement for the game. To be totally honest. I hate that Rockstar does that. And like consistently does that. For more than 15 years at this point. Hell, Red Dead 1 didn't even release on PC until like last year. Right? Like Rockstar have not been great to PC really ever. Which kind of sucks because then they do eventually release the PC version and it's by a mile the best version to play. Like it's never even a competition, right? It's just, I don't like it. It kills my excitement for the games when they first come out every time. Like Red Dead 2, I just waited. I just waited on that. I never even bought the console version, and thank God. Uh-oh. The PC version was so much better that I don't regret waiting. They want to sell you the game twice? I know. It genuinely kind of sucks. Swatter. I was gonna say, what? His name is known. I did not see that. Valentine, just accept it. Just one kill. Just one. Just one. We just need one. One. While we've got the ECM and everything. Come on, man. Bro just couldn't let us have it.
Alpha 2 crashed. Warning, incoming missile.
Come here, man.
Missile evaded.
Serial swatter or doxer, what's worse? It's a good question. I guess doxer, because at least with swatter, like if you're repeatedly swatting the same guy, like eventually the police just know after the first few times, even though it's so fucked up those few times. Whereas the doxing just constantly is putting you at risk from like any crazy person on the internet, right? So I guess the doxing would probably be worse than the swatting. Oh, what the fuck? Ghost missile. What am I doing?
Crashed.
Any returning characters from 7? Not that we saw.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
But we only saw the first few missions, so there could be later on. Did that count my crash as a kill for him? How the fuck does he have 2K? Yeah, Cosette is in the trailer. But aside from, like, we didn't see anything in game. At least from what we got to play. Son of a bitch.
Box 2. Missile missed. Radar lock.
Damn it, I had shoot indicator for like the slightest second.
New coordinates have been sent. Check your radars.
You need to get good.
Missile missed.
He needs to fight us. He needs to fucking shoot back. There it is. He shot. He fired a shot. I'm gonna. I saw it.
Alpha 2 crash.
Alpha 2 crashed. Did James crash too? Like at the same time? Oh my god, he did.
1. Engage.
That's incredible. We both crashed.
Alpha 2 launch.
God damn.
Missile missed. Lock on.
Try to hit him head on. Head on shots are awful in 6. They don't track well because 6 is so dependent on the shoot indicator. Like they really made it so that missile tracking is very weak unless you have the shoot indicator. False jump scare still broken. Yep. I mean, I didn't change it. The whole screen flickered? What the fuck? Something's messed up with it.
Lock on.
That's crazy.
Stage complete. All aircraft return
A
to
whole
base.
10 minutes of us trying to catch him after he got those first couple kills.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
That was wild. Was I in the round table? To be fair, we both had the like 6-shot missiles. That was just constant missiles going at you the whole time. Okay, our percentage for multiplayer completion, as per the spreadsheet, it could be a little off. Be slightly off. But we're at 56.29%. That's what we're at. Did the goblins pop up just now? I'm not hearing any sound redeems going through. Did the goblins work? They all broke. Oh. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, I know what broke it. That's fucked up. That's gonna be so much busy work to fix. God damn it. Okay. I'll fix it off stream. That's gonna take a good bit. I know what broke. You owe me? What did you do? I changed the name of the folder that all of this stuff is stored in. So now I'm going to have to go through and change all of the directory references in the code, each and every one of them, to the new one, to the new directory. I'm like, what would have broken all of them? And then I realized, why would you do that? Because the folder wasn't labeled very well. I thought of a better label for it, like a more accurate one, so I changed it for my own sake. Or just change the name of the folder back. Yeah. But yeah, we're at 56.29%. For those who are like, what are we even doing? Right? Because I saw that question come up. Everything for AC6 is done except for these 3 achievements. Win 100 battle royales, win 100 team battles, and win 100 siege battles. This is why I have a spreadsheet to track our progress, because these are crazy and going to take so long. So at 56.29% officially, we have 63 wins in battle royale, 54 in team battle, and 51 in siege battle. So that's, let's see, 37 plus 46 is like 83. And then 100, oh no. Yeah. 100. $83 plus 49. 132 victories remaining. It's so easy, you guys. 132 games? I mean, come on. It's so easy. Come on now. Come on now. We're right there on the 100%. Like, we're pretty much done. Really. It's a bit of a grind. Thank you, James and Valentine, for helping. I'll try to get other AC guys on for some of these if I can, because I can't believe I haven't thought of doing that before today. But I should try to get like Obo or ACF to show up for one of these. It could be fun. I'll see what I can do. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead, leave a sub, follow, whatever, come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff. We're also doing Resident Evil, Yakuza, Metal Gear. We play a lot of fun stuff. Come back for any of it. Also, if you enjoyed and you haven't done so already, feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps out with algorithm, so I appreciate it. Thank you if you've done so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. If you're looking for links to anything else outside of YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description. Things like Twitter, Discord server, whatever. Those are all down there. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.